Hey guys, my name is Kelly and welcome back to Live Consciously with Kelly. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's video is going to be a show and tell. I just made it up like 10 seconds ago because I didn't know what to post today. So I wanted to just kind of combining my two favorite things, which is fashion design, sewing, and faith into one video. So I thought this would be just a new idea that we're just gonna try and we're gonna go for it. I hope you guys have been enjoying my content so far with the Bible studies and the sewing videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And there will be more Bible study focused videos, some thrift flips coming up, some things for Valentine's Day I want to include. So hope you guys are enjoying everything so far. So let's jump right in. Well, today's testimony is one of many, and it's about how God has moved in my life and taught me something beautiful through all of my sewing projects and my career, my passion for faith. So I grew up in the church, and Sunday was for worship. We did vacation Bible school in the summers, Bible studies on the weekends, and that was just kind of the norm for our family. So my parents were very intentional about making sure that we had God in our lives, and for that I will forever be thankful for that, to have just a solid foundation. I was baptized at 7 years old and knew that God was in my life, but I never really had a clear understanding of him. It wasn't until maybe in my 20s that I started to pursue just an intimate relationship with him. And around that time I also discovered my passion for creating and sewing, and it was maybe my sophomore year of college. I included one of the dresses that I made, like one of the first dresses, but it started as a creative outlet and kind of became a calling at that point. I started my own fashion design line, which was called Ava Michelle Designs. I was featured in a emerging designer showcase in New York Fashion Week, and I had the chance to showcase with some local Atlanta charities as well. So I had clients that trusted my vision and friends that were just cheering me on throughout the process. And from the outside, it definitely looked like things were thriving and everything was going well. But inside, I just kind of had this internal struggle, like this alone, just being a designer, wasn't it. So I was always asking myself, like, how does sewing a dress help bring God glory? How can fashion help lead someone to Christ? And it was kind of like the disconnect. And even though I was experiencing like outward success and getting clients and things like that, there was still kind of like a void that was left. Just kind of praying on it and studying fashion, the industry, and learning about sustainability. Instead of working on collections, I started to work on alterations and sustainability initiatives like upcycling and not designing from scratch. So it kind of felt like a step back in a way, but I wanted to kind of lean in the new direction and kind of see where it was going to take me. So God kind of gave me a moment. So restoring, repairing, and transforming clothes was basically a reflection of what God does in our lives. So when we bring him the pieces of our heart that are probably broken, he doesn't discard or throw them away. He mends it. When our minds are consumed with fears, doubts, anxiety, he doesn't give up on us. He instead gently tears us away from what longer serves us. He stretches us in ways that feel uncomfortable, and he remakes us into something new. So similar to when I do my upcycling and redesign projects, I reuse what's good and transform it into something beautiful and something purposeful. And it's just a reminder for me and for all of us that God doesn't waste anything. He takes our past, our pain, our imperfections, and uses them for his glory. And through that process, he draws us closer to him. So it's not worldly success that fills the voids. It's the deep, loving, intimate relationship that we have with him. And for me, that realization changed everything. And it helped me to see my work not as something that was separate, but basically an extension of my faith. And it kind of put things into perspective and put things together for me with how I transform fabric is how God wants to be the one to transform our lives for his glory and for his good, to spread his word and to use our lives as the masterpiece to show all the amazing things that God can do in our lives. And I can say with 100% certainty that he can transform us and change us in ways that we can never imagine. So I encourage you today to just bring every part of your life to Christ, your career, your creative outlet, your parenting, your community, your friendships, anything you're involved in, bring it to Christ and see how he can transform it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, short little testimony video. I will be back with my Bible study video next week. And as usual, I want to ask for any prayer requests. If you guys want to leave them in the comments below, if you want to send them via email to me, you can send them to hello@liveconsciously.com. If you want to stay up to date on all of the content, feel free to like and subscribe, and just let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.